next part is response rate. Is the ratio of actual respondents to the number of questionnaires distributed. So if you give out 100 of the questionnaires, how many of that comes back to you? Yeah? So if 50 surveys come back or questionnaires come back, it's 50% response rate. It's a major issue in survey research. If you don't do it well, you're going to get very low response rates. So this is a good anecdote, not anecdote, it's an actual report, actual research of food consumption among children. I'm a big proponent of like health and nutrition and affecting your brain and so on. You can probably figure it out from my talk on Tuesday, but this is how they went about doing the actual research. So they initially sent out postal invitation from a representative sample of addresses provided by the Singapore Department of Statistics. So they probably went to the department, asked for a list of addresses, and then they probably used some software or random table and then distributed it, all right? Really good. As a result, the poor response rate, only one positive respondent from 300 approaches. That's like less than 1% response rate. They were creative enough to do something else, right? They then approach parents within shopping centers. This was seen as the best available mode. That's pretty creative, and it's actually a good job because this is what they got eventually. They recruited 568 via this shopping mall strategy. A few dropped out, and then they got responses from 561. I mean, that's amazing, right? 90 plus. So, this is why I put a picture of the person sweating doing the survey. You have to do this, but if you want your data to be really good, probably something you have to do. So, in this case, response rate is really high. All right, so what is a good response rate? No consensus. Typically, the higher the better again. 50+% would be pretty good. If you don't have good response rate, you get biased sample. The respondents, the people who respond, might be so different from the ones that didn't respond that your results would not be generalizable or accurately representing. Yeah, that's true. So typically, people who are, who don't have a favorable opinion about surveys or too busy and so on wouldn't respond, and then they might be very different from the ones who are eager to respond. It's a major problem in like clinical research and so on. There are professional patients, professional subjects who do this for a living. They respond to surveys or get tested because they get paid, and you don't want it to bias your results. So these are other things that are ungeneralizable, and you have problems using statistical analysis if your data is not representative. All right, so I thought we do another activity, which is whole class brainstorming. So survey data is among the most widely used tools in education research. One of the challenges is response rate, like I said. So I thought maybe we can do a whole class brainstorming as to how to increase the survey response rates. The document is on the course website, so feel free to look it up and add more stuff.